is a very nice song. So for this lesson, we are going to talk about sounds around us. So we have to learn some vocabulary words for us to better understand our topic. First, we have sound. Sound. Hear. Hear. Vibration. Vibration. Music. Music. Chime. Chime. Fireworks. Fireworks. Noise. Noise. Natural. Natural. So these are our vocabulary words. Now let us define what is sound. Sound are form of energy. They are made when objects shake and vibrate. The vibration makes the air around the objects vibrate and travel to our ears. For example, when a bell shakes, it rings. Another example is when a drum surface vibrates, it makes sounds. So that is playing a drum in a slow motion. So, now which organs help us to hear? Can you tell me which organs help us to hear? Is it the eyes, the nose, the mouth, or the ear? If your answer is ears, yes, you are correct. Now, let's use our ears to guess the sound. Let's use our ears to guess the sound. What sound is this? What sound is that? It's a sound from fireworks. What about the sound? It is a sound from thunder. What about the sound? That is a sound coming from a piano. Now class, the objects that vibrate and make sounds are called vibrating sources. And there are two types of vibrating sources. First, we have the natural sources and the man-made sources. Natural vibrating sources are those such as humans, animals, and waterfalls, while man-made vibrating sources are those such as sounds from vehicles and many other objects. Now, I'm going to show you examples of natural vibrating sources. First, we have frog ribbiting. That is sound from frog. Another example is people chatting. And another example, waterfall sound. Now, what I'm going to show you next is the examples of man-made vibrating sources. First, we have train whistle. Next, we have guitar playing. And another one is fireworks. examples of man-made vibrating sources are printer sound, chimes, and bicycle bell. Okay, so those are the different examples of natural vibrating sources and man-made vibrating sources. Now, to summarize, we said that sounds are made when object shakes or vibrates. Another one is objects that vibrate and make sounds are called vibrating sources. Vibrating sources can be divided into two groups, which are natural and man-made vibrating sources. Natural vibrating sources are those such as humans, animals, and waterfalls, while man-made vibrating sources are those such as sounds from vehicle and many other objects. Now for your activity, open your book to page 124. Now what we're going to do here is to take the activities that make sound. For number 1, we have here a bus. Do buses make sound? If your answer is yes, tick the circle. What about number 2? We can see here a girl holding a teddy bear. Does that make sound? Does it produce sound? No, it does not. So we just leave the circle blank. And for number 3, we can see here vehicles, a lot of vehicles. Do vehicles produce sound? If your answer is yes, tick the circle. And for number 4, we can see here water in a glass. Of course, it does not make sound. And for number 5, we can see here a boy playing drums. So of course, it makes sound. It can produce sound. And for number 3, we can see here a paper wallet. So, can this produce sound? No. Number 7, a teacher is talking in front, or a person is talking in front of the other people. So, is it a tick or not? Of course, it is a tick. And for number 8, flowers. Do flowers make sound? No. Flowers do not make sound. And for number 9, thunder and lightning. Thunder and lightning. Does it make sound? Yes, it can produce sound. After this one, let's move to page 131. 131. For this one, you have to take the vibrating sources. Same with the previous activity. So for number 1, we can see here pouring of water in a glass with ice cubes. Does that produce sound? Yes or no? Yes, it can produce sound. What about number 2? Drums. If we play the drum, will it produce sound? Yes, it produces sound. What about number 3? A moon. Does it produce sound? Of course not. And for number 4, a helicopter. A helicopter can produce sound. Okay? And for the last activity, look at the pictures and fill in the blanks. So as you can see here, we have 3 pictures, and we're just going to fill in the blank and tick which box is correct. So for number 1, blank makes a sound. What is this animal? It is a dog. Very good. A dog makes a sound. Now, is the sound of the dog a natural one or a man-made sound? If your answer is natural sound, you tick the first box. But if it's man-made sound, you take the second box. So, a dog makes sound. Is it a natural source or a man-made source? If your answer is natural source, take the first box. And for number 2, how do you call this object? It is a TV or a television. Very good. Now, is it natural or man-made sound source? If your answer is man-made, take the second box. And for number 3, how do you call this object? It is a smartphone. So, is this a natural sound source or a man-made sound source? It is a man-made source. So that is the end of your activity. Now for your homework, on a piece of paper, draw 2 objects in your house that can make sound. I repeat, on a piece of paper, draw 2 objects in your house that can make sound. It is better also if you can color them. So thank you for listening. Have a great day and goodbye.